Stop bullying me, okay?
You bullied
I don't bully anybody.
you shit.
Who should talk? What?
You said you should have everyone.
I should talk in front of everybody. I just called Renner ugly.
You mean me?
It's from grammar, not you.
No,
You have better beard than Brenner.
wait, whoa. Okay, this is after 4 days.
No, they didn't have the better beard than. They didn't have better beard than.
That's a week after all.
It's not happening, bro.
Me after 4 days from now. At least that's real, you know?
Yeah, you can let it go. 1 week. 1 week.
The Balkans is nice though.
Okay, so break up this, especially break up the cosine of x. Oh, I forgot a dx. So it'll be cosine of x here, dx, and then cosine square of x over square root of sine of x. Why? Because I can change the cosine to sine, right? And then that's just gonna be the du part. And if you see that, your life is a lot easier. So u is equal to u is equal to cosine of sine. Sine of x, good. And you have to change that, so that's gonna be pi over 6, pi over 3, and that's gonna be 1 minus sine square of x over square root of sine of x. And du is equal to cosine of x dx. There's no negative sign you have to worry about, so that's du. And that's gonna be 1 minus u squared over square root of u, pi over 6. Well, it's not pi over 6 anymore. What is it? U sub. So that's gonna be square root 3 over 2 and 1/2. So 1/2 square root 3 over 2 because it's in terms of u. So that's integration of u to the negative half minus u to the 3/2. 1/2 square root 3 over 2. And I think we did this one before, or no? 2 minus u to the 5 over 2, 2 over 5. And between square root 3 over 2 and 1/2. And all you gotta do is plug in this moment because this one's too hard to simplify. Square root over 2 minus 2 over 5. Square root 3 over 2 to the 5 over 2. And the minus 2 times 1/2 to the 1/2 minus 2 over 5 to the 1/2 to the 5 over 2. And that, yeah, you can simplify more. It's just ugly.
No, I'll take up space.
Can I move on? All right. Power reducing. When do you use power reducing? Even power. So be cosine square of x dx. Now this is what AP exam will ask you. I will ask you higher than square. I will ask you to the 4th. But AP exam is gonna ask you square, but I'm just gonna go through square first. First of all, you have to know what is power reducing, which is, I start with understand cosine 2 theta equal to cosine square theta minus sine square theta. This is one of the easiest to remember. But I can replace the cosine square equal to 1 minus sine square, so it'll be also another one. It'll be 1 minus 2 sine square theta. Does that make sense? Because I replace the cosine with the 1 minus sine square and the minus sine square again, so it'll be 1 minus 2 sine square. There's one more. This is our double angle identity, so it's reverse because I replace the sine with the 1 minus cosine, so that will change to cosine square of theta minus 1. So this is not power reducing, but it's the precursor of that. Now all you gotta do is solve for cosine square and solve for sine square. I'm gonna solve for cosine square, it's easier, so cosine square of theta If I move it to the other side, it's going to be 1 plus cosine of 2 theta over 2. And that becomes the things that we need to know here. And then also sine squared theta is going to be 1 minus cosine of 2 theta over 2. Now, beginning of the year, somebody put square rather than 2. So it's actually 2, not square, so it's not a subscript. Now, you say this, okay, well, just integrate this. To be 1 plus cosine 2 theta over 2 d theta. Actually, I should use x, but okay, whatever. And then I can split. Right? Now this one is going to be what? Half. Well, if we use theta, it's going to be theta, but we use x, it's going to be x. So here we use theta, we just stay with theta. I accidentally write it wrong. Sorry. But that's okay, we just stay with theta. Plus. Now, Veda. I'm going to put you on the spot. What's integration cosine 2 theta without u substitution? Think.
Sine 2 theta over 2.
Good. Good job. So that's 1/4. Does that make sense? Sine of 2 theta. Is that okay? Let's see. Remember, that's just going to be inverted. So that 2 theta is going to be inverted. Remember last time you had e to the half x, and that become 2. So you just invert that. That's easier, quicker way to think about. And that's why I want you guys to learn, because you don't want to do u substitution where u equal to 2 theta. That's going to take too long for you to process information, especially on integration by parts. Like when you integrate functional, you just have to. Is that okay? Kelly, you all right? Yeah. You like this? All right. So, but remember, I won't ask you cosine square theta. I'll ask you cosine to the 4 theta. Why is that? Because you got to do it twice.
With Marco. It's every time.
So integration cosine square theta. So cosine, I should use x. I hate theta. Sorry, let me use x. Since I can change it now. Cosine square x and cosine square x. Remember, you're not trying to do u substitution. You just try to change the cosine. And then we can convert it to the other way, which is 1 plus cosine 2 theta over 2 times. Oh, shit. My fault. 2x and 1 plus cosine of 2x over 2. I would FOIL this. Can you FOIL it? Well, you can split and FOIL, so. So what's the first term is going to be? 1 over what? 4? Okay. What's the second term is going to be?
2 cosine 2x over 2. Yeah. 1.
So 1/2 cosine 2x plus 1/2 cosine 2x is what? Cosine 2x over 2 plus cosine of 2x over 2. what's the last part?
Cosine squared to theta.
1/4 cosine square of 2x plus dx. Okay. Now, I want you to do one more here because this is still need to reduce. But you gotta be careful of this one. Why do I test your second one? Because you have to know how to change the double angle. So cosine 2x over 2 plus 1/4 integration of cosine squared to 2x. So remember, your double angle is cosine of x, cosine square of x. So what does that mean? That means the argument is gonna double. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
So what would it be with the argument? So 1 plus, usually the cosine of,
430?
yep, maybe 4x over 2. So instead of cosine of 2x, this one's going to be cosine of 4x because this argument is double. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
So that's going to be 1/4 plus cosine of 2x over 2 plus, well, 1/4 distributed inside is going to be 1/4 times 1/2 is what? 1/8. And plus 1.
Okay, so the original identity. So cosine squared x turned into 1 plus cosine 2x over 2. But since it's cosine squared of 2x, you have to double whatever's there. So it becomes 4.
Okay, just imagine this. This is a cosine of square of x, right? Equal to 1 plus cosine of 2x over 2, right? Now, since this x is double, so 2x now, do you see that? So that means argument is going to be double as well. Does that make sense?
Oh, so it's a double. Okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
1/4 plus 1/8 is what? 3/8? 3/8? So it'd be 3/8x? Huh? Because this distribute to this is split, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
And then there's 1/4 times 1/2 to the cosine of 4x, that's 1/8. So if I do 1/4 plus 1/8 is 3/8, integration 3/8x. Okay. Plus integration of cosine of 2x is what? 1/2, so it'd be 1/4. Right? 1/4 sine of 2x. Is that okay? And what's the last one?
132.
132. Sine of 4x dx. Oh, no, plus c. I heard Anthony mess up a plus c.
oh.
It was integration by parts too, right? That hurts.
Why did the integral before that cosine 4x?
What?
Did you put integral before cosine 4x? Like, so 1 plus 4x divided by 2.
You made something else.
The integral?
Yeah.
No, but you think it's not.
Something wrong.
How long did it take?
I just, yeah, I may not have to have it. Hold on a second. Yeah, the notation something off. Let me see.
Where? What's wrong?
She said like if I integrate here, it's like those two integrals. I don't know how I do this one without too much trouble.
Just combine it.
Yeah, you just
Really,
put up your regular.
I didn't think of it.
Is that okay though? Let me see. Yeah, that should be fine. Maybe like I should have write down dx here plus dx here.
Still get the same thing.
Yeah, but then you have to change when you do the below too. What is it else?
You know,
Yeah.
still get the same thing. The same thing.
I know. He changed the what?
He just split it up and put it back here.
Yeah, but anyway, it's the result is gonna be the same. So now we know how to do integrate of even power sine and even power cosine. Okay,
Oh, like cosine squared.
this one's kind of tricky. Those two coming up is pretty tricky. Secant to the 4 to the 3x, and they're not tricky. It's something you can do. It just had nothing to do with anything. It's just identities.
Nothing to do with anything.
Oh, it's that.
It's just identity. It's just identity. But you gotta split up the right way. You gotta split up the right way. So you gotta think about which one you want to US and which one you want DU to be. So be careful with this.
Yes.
Be careful with what you want to US because you want to think about their DU. That's gonna help you solve the problem. Okay, so you have to see, like you used to, you only had to see one step ahead of a chess game. You had to see 2 steps now. Devin, you should be good at it. Did you just say K?
Oh shit. Okay. Sir, you know, I'm 1450.
What?
1450.
1450 or SAT?
No,
I don't know. 1450 could be SAT. Do you have 1450 on SAT?
1390.
Yeah. See, I'll be more proud if you got 1450 on SAT rather than 1450 on chess rating. Sorry. That score is just on that range, you know. It could be either or.
It could be.
That's where that's the first thing I come and think of it. 1450. I'm like, oh, SAT score, that's not bad.
I'm impressed.
Could be higher, but not bad. Like that.
The last paper executing.
No, that was the point.
Oh,
Yeah, it's gonna go on.
This one's come out Friday.
Paper executing.
no,
I think it's three.
thank God, no, no, no.
Please.
Alright,
Oh, no, what?
ask him. Yeah, yeah, I thought you said cute.
Do you guys see the 2 steps ahead? The next one's gonna be 3 steps ahead. The next one is gonna be 4 steps ahead.
Okay, we get it.
Oh my god.
I'm serious, actually. You think I'm kidding? I'm gonna be like,
This guy.
The next one's gonna be 6.
how about focus right now? Swear, Beta, you like my son.
Well, I didn't even say
Oh,
anything.
I don't know if that's
Yeah,
a compliment. That's definitely not.
That's not a compliment.
That's not a compliment.
And I know that because he says it all the time. Hey. Okay, Mitchell, you'll get them next year. Finally happy. Sorry, that was kind of
Sassy.
yeah.
It's okay.
Cute a little bit.
Kind of sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes it's an understatement.
But this is within your skill range. It's I don't have to teach you.
Well,
You just had to play the chess the right way.
I think I blundered over.
Did I find an excellent move?
Okay, let's take a vote. Anybody want to start first? You. U equal to what? Yulia, what do you think U is? U equal to tangent of 3x or tangent of x?
That's
3x, good. Okay. Anybody have used different?
How would you do that?
Me.
What did you get? U equal to what?
Secant 3x.
Secant 3x. Okay, let's take a vote. One of the answers is right.
Oh, really?
no way.
no.
What? Which one?
I don't know. Can I tell you? Who voted tangent 3x? Raise your hand. Who voted secant 3x?
Uh-oh.
Elias got you back.
Yeah.
White people stick together.
Of course you would say that. Like,
There's more white people than us two in this room now. There's like,
Oh, Matten's right next to you. He's not supporting you. Okay, so U equal to 10 of 3x is correct.
yeah, we know because you were like 10x or 3x. Okay. You weren't very secret about it.
Because 10 of x is wrong.
No, I mean,
secant, I used secant 3x and I got an answer.
What was your answer?
It's 1/3 times secant 6 or secant to the power of 6 3x over 6 plus.
Can't see your work because you probably have did something wrong. Anybody got it? Brendan got it?
Nope.
No?
I wrote down the wrong problem.
Matten, Shawty got it? Shawty got it? Marco got it? You should get tangent of 4 of 3x over 12, tangent 6 of 3x over 18.
Plus C.
Let's see. I can't believe he screwed up that one question. Let's see.
Plus C.
Well, no, the thing is,
No.
he like did half of it, but the time right now, so he just had to buzz and he has to like guess the second half of the integral.
Did you get it right?
No.
Oh.
No, he said he did it right. He did it at home. He did it right. He said the key is wrong.
I don't. He said -2 when he buzzed. I don't know why. Oh no, ladies.
All right, so you gotta see it a couple step ahead, right? So if U equal to 10 of 3x and du is equal to secant squared 3x times 3 dx, if that's true, you must split this up to secant square of 3x times secant square 3x times tangent cube of 3x dx. Why? Because this becomes the du part. Now, the only thing that you have problem, because this is gonna be u, now you have to convert this. So convert this. So if you convert that, what is secant square of 3x equal to? 10 square 3x plus 1. And I just change that, and I'm going to change tangent 3 of 3x. And then since the last part here is going to be, it's going to be what? This one's going to be secant dx. I'm going to set du over 3 secant squared 3x, and that's the secant squared 3x. Those will cancel out completely except 1/3 in the front, and that's going to be u to the 5th plus u to the 3rd, right? Du. And that's gonna be u to the 6 over 6, but that's times 3, so it's 18. And this one's u to the 4 over 12 plus c. And that's gonna be tangent of 3x to the 6th of 18 plus tangent of 4th of 3x over 12 plus c. Yeah. Okay. Is it good or not good? Rogov? Got it? Cairo? Understood? Devin? Ilya? Dayton? Matt? Beta? You guys are good? Now, there's no power reducing for tangent. There's power reducing for sine and cosine. But you don't need a power reducing for tangent to the even. Now this one is manipulation. It's use substitution again. But except you had to think one more step more. So last time you kind of had to manipulate that. You kind of had to foresee what had happened. And you had to look at this one. Beta, put your phone away. Otherwise, I'm going to lock your phone. I'll put that wrong password.
Oh, you're gonna lock my phone. I was looking at a picture of this page.
Apps for like child control.
Child control?
Okay, needs that for kids. Make sure you stop playing Roblox.
And my phone was locked for 5 minutes.
Your parents lock your phone? What were you doing?
Like half a year ago.
What were you doing?
Nothing.
She locked you from Ukraine?
Oh, no, hopefully not.
I was gonna say she locked you from Ukraine. That's really awesome.
Oh, it's 10
How many more months to go?
I have like, but they delayed it.
Oh.
And Trig needs that for his kids because he keeps playing Roblox, right?
Oh,
He said he woke up in the middle of the night and your kid was playing Roblox.
Wow, but
I'm so pissed.
I can just imagine if she waking up in the middle of the night. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
A lot of
I was so mad.
Did you beat him?
She has like only like 30 minutes.
Live stream, okay?
Oh, right.
I do not beat kids. I do not condone beating kids.
Like,
Are you sure about that one?
1 hour in.
I feel like you see what
Bro, he throws shoes at his own children. Imagine what he does to his kids.
Oh, yeah, this kid.
Yeah. I have a first-hand account.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Put that foot down. Put that foot down.
I don't know what you're talking about. You're gonna get hit by a shoe by accident.
Is that right? Basketball shoes. What's next?
It's a promise. It's a promise.
What's next, mystery?
This one's still use substitution to be sufficed, but it's a little bit interesting.
You're the next target.
Marco,
Here, listen.
my pencil gonna stab him. Oh, by the way, this answer is beautiful.
Sure.
I'm not gonna.
It's a lie. None of these answers are beautiful.
Why is everything beautiful?
Ugly as hell.
Matthew, done?
Oh no, it's really bad. Should I get the answer?
He's gonna go cheat in the bathroom.
Bro.
As if Shelly could just cheat.
I'm just kidding. It's the only easy part of the day, okay? Don't look at the time. I got all day.
You make the day go by like 2 hours is like 5 days in your class. That's not a compliment.
We did this last.
Yeah, I had that before. And then I ended up canceling it.
I wish you just did your little basketball session, you know? That'd be great for everyone.
No.
Hey Jada. Why are you skipping to here? What class you have?
Why she's skipping?
Jada.
Why are you here, Jada?
But are you finishing the stuff in history? What?
Sweet one.
What is sweet? You guys done yet?
Wait.
Scale of the universe right there. Maybe.
This one's 3 steps ahead.
3 steps.
Like you had to think 3 layer. After the first step, and then you had to do more.
I'm thinking about the layers.
Marco's pencils on the way.
Whoa.
That's his target.
Marco, you know what the purpose of a catapult was?
What did I do with that?
And how is that what?
Meta, focus on your damn problem. You focus on issues like.
Where am I going with this?
So this is what I have so far. Because integration of tangent square is not integratable, so I have to change.
You have the final answer?
Final answer was 2/3 minus 2/3 plus 5/4. Oh, sorry, this one's wrong. Secant square, secant is square, but sorry, secant square.
Yeah, I thought it was something.
And for this part, I had to use substitution. And that's gonna be integration of u square du. Right, that's going to be tangent of cube x over 3 minus, what's the integration of secant square? 10 of x plus x between pi over 4 and 0.
Wait, there's no use of at all?
There's use up on the left hand side, but not down the right hand side.
On the right.
Because that one is going to be use up. This one is going to have to use identity.
then
So that's why I say 3 steps ahead. You have to think about
wait, what
tangent square is not integrable, but secant square of x minus 1 is integrable.
What about the bounds though?
Huh?
The boundary.
Well,
Yeah,
how,
the
the bound?
Still applies.
You
It's
put back
different.
every
more
one.
complicated way that
You
makes
put
more
back in,
sense.
you don't have to like make them.
Even though.
Wait, wouldn't it still apply to the
I
secant
know.
square? Oh, okay. You just put it at the end.
I'll come back to x.
You do it at the end once you finish every single part.
Okay, that makes sense.
I see.
So that's 1 over 3 minus 1 plus pi over 4 and the minus 0. And that's going to be negative 2/3 plus pi over 4.
Is I changed that into secant squared minus 1 squared. I expanded that. And then I pulled this 1 out. And then here, I secant squared minus 1. That means as well. Yeah, you get secant squared x, the fourth x minus 2 secant squared x plus 1. I factored out secant squared x from these two terms. Then instead of this term, I split the 2 into
All right,
and times it.
now I get to the hard part.
You sub here, this is and so you get
So this is the hardest part. I think it is the hardest part of the trick, the integration. So the substitution. I do know how to spell substitution.
Sure? Substitution or stuff not?
That's right.
Yeah.
Leave me alone, Kelly. Substitution. I got it right.
Wow, Mr. Yeager, you're such a good.
Okay, so we're gonna show you an innocent problem. It looks really innocent. This is about take 2 pages long. I'm not kidding with you. Take 2 pages long.
Didn't the dude last year he was like square root of bro?
yeah,
Oh.
What? Square root of bro?
No, a sim, yes.
You call him Asim?
No, I just never seen it. What do you mean square root?
Oh yeah. No, it's not that one.
It's that instead of like.
But yeah, it's same topic, same topic. But this one's harder than that one. This one is not gonna be tested, but it's a lot of work. But just understanding that integral can be combination of different kind of integral that you have learned so far. So we're gonna start with this one. So this one is probably the combination of integration by parts and trig substitution and all the stuff together, all combined into one. Okay, so now with this being said, trig substitution is one of the hardest thing that in integrate. So the only thing that it take care is something like I think 1 plus x squared. No, actually a like it could be like a plus x squared. It could, you know, a squared plus. Let's do this. A squared plus u squared. So it could be like this. It could be u squared minus a squared, a squared minus u squared. So things that nature, anything that integral have some kind of format of this, it can help you integrate. Now, we're gonna think about integration and we're gonna think about geometry. Okay, so this one is very difficult. Like I said, you have to focus on what happened. Start with square root of 1 plus x. Does that remind you of something?
Inverse trig. derivative.
Inverse trig, inverse derivative. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
What else?
1 plus x.
1 plus x squares.
A squared.
Circle. Semicircle.
What were you saying, Marcos?
A squared plus x squared
What is that?
from the tan, arctan derivative.
Okay.
Sorry.
I think Matthew already know.
Root of 1 minus x squared is easier.
Yeah, it's Pythagorean theorem.
We did this last time.
Yeah, but it's minus. This is plus.
Mm.
And there's a definite integral, so it has nothing to do with that.
Mm.
Shall we?
It's the hypotenuse of a right triangle.
Hypotenuse of a right triangle.
Mm.
So first thing is we're gonna draw out a right triangle. Actually, I like this triangle on this side. Always the same right triangle. The right on the bottom, the left has a delta. Not delta, a theta. Okay, and we have 1 plus x squared. Now, all those three things has something to do with three trig function. Like trig substitution, we're only gonna use three specific one. Those three can take care of those three situations, and you have to memorize what are those three. So first of all, you can involve with something like, it could be any pick of sine of delta or tangent of delta theta and secant of theta. So trig substitution strictly using those three. Also make sure the constant's on the bottom. So if it's constant on the bottom, which trig function I'll be thinking about? Okay, first of all, let's figure out what the side and this side. What do you think this side and this side is going to be?
1 and x.
1 and x, good. So which one's 1, which one's x?
Does it matter?
It does in some way, because we can only use sine, tangent, and secant. And you want the constant to be on the bottom.
So
So x is 1. Yeah.
The bottom is 1.
Yeah.
This is the x,
How do you know? Is it constant?
because tangent.
Yeah.
That's the only way it work. That's the only way it work. So 1 and x. That's the only way it work. So what does that mean? That means sine of delta, theta, is equal to x over 1. Would you say? Oh, shit. My fault. Yeah. Did I say? My fault. Tangent of theta. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is I am gonna plug in, but before I plug in, I'm gonna take a derivative on both sides, just like no more integrals. So what's the derivative of tangent of theta? Secant squared theta, d theta is equal to dx. So everything needs to be in terms of theta rather than x. We are talking about everything. Everything you can think of. So let's do that. Can you do that? So square root 1 plus what?
1 plus x.
Well, it's not x. So what is it?
10 squared x.
1 plus 10 square of data. Now you see that's why I got confused with data earlier, because I was writing so much data yesterday. 1 plus tangent square data. What is dx? Secant square data d data. Now this is the reason why we're doing this. Because you're gonna say, Mr. A, just make it a problem way harder than before. Way harder than before. But now you actually convert to something that is integratable rather than not integratable. Because there is no way I can do u substitution for 1 plus x squared. There is no way I can use arc10, because not one, even arc10 doesn't work because it's square root. So arc10 doesn't work. Those things doesn't work.
So you just like undid u substitution, because if you set tan of theta equal to u, it would just put you right back to starting. So you like did the reverse process?
No, I just changed the x to everything in terms of data. So you see this part here? This part, this is the x, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this gonna change in terms of data. So if that's x, I'm gonna change to 10 data square, or 10 square data. And this dx need to be changed in terms of data as well. That's why we're taking derivative of this. That's why we get secant square data d data equal to dx.
Yeah.
Now, what is 1 plus tangent square data?
Oh, secant square theta.
Oh.
Secant.
He's cooking it.
Shit.
Do you guys remember how to take integration of secant cube? It's one of the notes for a long time ago.
No.
Give us a second.
We did this 2 days ago, 3 days ago. When we're doing integration by parts.
Oh, it's
Oh.
one.
Oh.
Oh.
Secant square.
Wait, you can't use any.
DI method.
Oh,
Which one allowed to integral? Which one allowed to take a derivative?
You can't square for integral, so you can't for derivative.
Integration is for what? Secant square. Why is integration secant square? Because that's integratable, right? That's 10 of x, right? And d is what? Secant of x. And that's going to be secant of x, 10 of x. So therefore, it's going to be plus minus. So it will be secant of x, 10 of x. And then minus integration. I wasn't kidding. It takes 2 pages. Integration of secant of x, 10 square of x dx. Do you remember that? This is on your last notes on integration by parts. Last example.
squared x. Wait, why can't you use the identity earlier, or it doesn't work earlier?
Doesn't work because you can change the 1 plus 1 secant square is what?
Yeah, 1 plus 10 squared.
Yeah, but it has secant of x. Secant data, it doesn't give you a du.
Why did you stop at secant x, 10x, transfer x?
Because this is an integrable.
So you stop there because it's integratable?
Yeah. And this is one of the special case you just have to know.
So you
Imagine you take a derivative of secant of x, 10 of x.
yeah,
You can just use so now.
Is my eye upside down?
not your eyes blended.
Yes.
Splendid.
Okay. So what I'm gonna is I'm gonna drag this to the top because we just used and it's done. Well, that sounds like your problem. So obviously tangent square we can change to what?
1 minus. I mean, sorry, can't squared minus 1. Squared minus 1.
Now you can secant 3x.
Secant x and the tangent square is what? What's tangent square of x?
Secant squared minus 1.
Secant square minus 1?
Yeah. And it's on for the thing.
So now, well, I should not change your x. I should stay with data, but oh well. I'm gonna change this to x delta theta. This is really important.
Wait, what the heck? Oh, theta.
They should be in data because we had to convert back to x theta.
Okay. Yeah.
Now this one is gonna be what? Is equal to secant theta 10 theta minus secant to the third theta plus what? Secant theta d theta. So this one moved to the other side. That becomes 2 integration of secant cube d theta. I moved this to the other side.
It's minus.
Yeah, minus.
So it's plus 1.
Oh.
So it's equal to secant theta 10 theta. And
Wait. No. So that one has to turn to positive. That one has to.
Yeah.
That's good. That's right.
Yeah.
No, it's,
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
right.
Yeah, because that one's negative and then that one's.
No, if they were both positive,
It's still
you have
an
to
integral.
subtract from both
It
sides.
makes it
Yes.
negative and then
But you
back.
add to both sides.
Oh, no.
Oh, we're splitting it.
He's actually gonna take two papers.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
It's cheating, bro.
Splitting it or not?
Let's keep it to the side.
and you think this is done? Remember, we're integration of square root 1 plus x squared dx. So the answer should be in terms of x, right?
Oh, let's switch everything back.
So now you can say, okay, go back to the original triangle. Because negative times negative is positive. See, this is negative, this is negative, so it's positive.
Got it. Yeah, I see it. I see it.
Now that's gonna be 1/2. What is secant the theta? You're gonna look at this triangle, tell me what is secant theta. Secant theta is what? Hypotenuse over adjacent, right? So it'll be square root 1 plus x squared over 1 times what is tangent to theta? X, good. Somebody says x. I hear that whisper. Thank you. And then plus 1/2 natural log secant theta is already know is 1 plus x squared plus x. Voila, you're done. Oh, actually, I lied. It's only 1 page.
That
How does it break?
Why is secant x equal?
Wait,
Oh, no.
how do you feel like that?
Because I look at this triangle right here.
This would be on the test, right?
No.
Wow, you did this.
Wait, no, never mind.
What's the new second square root of that one? Huh? The same thing, 1 plus x squared.
But where is the balcony?
Yeah, is there a plus C?
There's plus c. Yeah, right.
My bad.
What do you use cosine? Like, what do you seek into doing this one?
What?
What do you seek into doing this one?
What are you talking about?
For the triangles, the very first, like the very first step, why do you use cosine? Like, what do you seek
It's too much for me today.
Because it has to be 1 plus x squared. In order to get 1 plus x squared, it has to be a hypotenuse. Otherwise, it will not work. And we're going to talk about why that is in a second. Yes.
What you do on the very last step when you got the final answer?
Integration of secant cube theta d theta. And I got 1/2 secant theta tangent theta. Now I'm going to go back because the answer should be in terms of x.
Yeah.
So I had to go back, look at the triangle. I have to look at secant of theta is. Secant of theta is equal to the hypotenuse over the adjacent, so it'll be square root 1 plus x squared over 1. And tangent of theta is equal to x. Got it?
Got it.
Okay. Now we're going to talk about the sums up to be. So there are 3 options. And those 3 options I'm going to tell you. And you guys are going to have to figure out. We just did this one. We just did a squared plus u squared. And we just draw out a triangle. This is very easy. If you ever see something like this, shit, I drew the wrong side. I want to be consistent with this side of the triangle. Then this one, it has to be square root a squared plus u squared. And u has to be this, and a has to be this. And that's just the way it is. For me, that's the easiest one to remember. I don't remember any other thing. Now remember, this one I'm going to use tangent of theta equal to u over a. This is the first scenario, but we got 2 other scenarios. How about a squared minus u squared?
It's like a circle.
Not necessary, but so what we're gonna do is still construct a triangle. Now understand that we only have tangent. What's the other 2 that we says? Sine and secant. So which one this one's look like? I don't know. For me, I think the easiest way to puzzle out. But if you don't remember how to puzzle out, just remember what's derivative of arc sine. What's derivative of arc sine? 1 minus u squared, right? So this one is same situation as that. So I will use sine of theta. Why is sine of theta? Because if you have sine of theta, which side is gonna be a and which side is gonna be u? Because you want to get square root a minus u squared. And you want a constant to be on the bottom. And you want the result to be square root a squared minus u squared. Opposite will be a? Opposite is what? Mark, Raghav? Why is u? U?
Because you want the constant to be on the bottom, so when you take sine first, I get the constant as right.
So A would be right on this.
Yep. And then think about how you get this. We're gonna assume this is z, right? We're gonna assume this is z. So it'll be z squared plus u squared equal to a squared. Since we're solving for z, z squared is a squared minus u squared. Z is equal to square root a squared minus u squared. So this one's square root of a squared minus u squared. Does that make sense? The only thing that is negative side has to be, that thing is gonna be on one of the leg. It has to be on one of the leg. But depend on which leg is. So this is the sine of theta is equal to u over a. And of course, the last one is going to be integration of u squared minus a squared. So this one is going to give you a triangle. And we know the leg is going to be on this side now, because u squared minus a squared. And which side is what we talk about? This is secant theta, right? Secant theta is equal to what?
Hypotenuse over adjacent.
A and U, right?
Yeah.
So it'll be U over A. Wait, hold on a second. This one, the sign of theta is something's messed up. What is that messed up? Wait, hold on a second. U squared A squared U over A. So is this one messed up here? I feel like this one's messed up. Sign of okay, U over A. Yeah, that's okay. So now this is a three situation. You're gonna try to utilize those situations to solve this problem. The first question is actually really doable. Okay, square root of dx, x squared, square root of 9 minus x squared. Draw your triangle, label each side. That's your winning formula. If your right triangle is wrong, then everything else is wrong. So make sure you verify each other's triangles first before you go into integrals. Now, make sure you take a derivative for the dx and d theta. And at the end, just substitute and then integrate. We're gonna give you a lot of practice. Wait, what time we left, leave? We have 40 minutes. 10 minutes question. Hearing my own voice is very scary.
Oh. So that little kid. And so A is equal to 50, U is equal to 10.
Now this one is not as hard as the one I did. It's only in half page.
Oh, thank God.
The one we did was.
I mean for my iPad page.
Oh.
That was a whole page. This one's only in half page. I just show you something very scary first. This not all the questions scary. I don't think secant is the right choice. Think about a derivative arc sine, it will help you a lot better. Derivative arc sine, arc 10, arc secant.
Oh, yeah.
That's basically the same thing. You okay?
I think it's
This year, didn't we do this last year? Yeah, I remember doing this.
You probably saw a Sims handwriting on the board.
I remember doing this.
No, we never did this last year. Everybody would have cried last year. This year I already cried, so. Last year you guys would be like in tears. I've never seen you guys so stressed before.
It's hard.
Wait, so is how it's supposed to be U over A each one?
Because you wanted a variable over constant.
Bro.
overhead functions. So the
This one's a lot shorter.
and then
This one doesn't involve with integration by parts. It's just simple integral.
yeah.
Okay, so let's start with this. We draw out a triangle because we think that this is if I remember derivative of arcsine, I know this is gonna be the easier way to remember this. So for you guys not make mistake. So sine of the data is equal to what? Is equal to, in this case, is gonna be u over a, right? Why is u over a? Well, kind of think about it. If this side is z, then you got a z square plus u square equal to a square. And then z square equal to a square minus u square. Z equal to square root of a square minus u square, which just makes sense. Which is, that's what this format looking for. So this case is u over a, or x over 3, right? Does that make sense? X over 3?
How do you know it's sine?
Think of like this,
Is it because of like arcsine?
Can I solve for x? X equal to what? Good. So rest of them is cake. Now what do I have to do? One more things before I start substituting. Take the derivative. Good job. What's the derivative of x?
yeah,
What's the derivative of 3 sine theta?
3 cosine theta d theta.
Good. So can I replace that, the dx? 3 cosine of theta d theta. There is no dt. There's no t. That's a related rate. There is no dt. What is x squared though?
9 sine squared of theta.
9 sine squared theta. Good. And then 9 minus 9. Well, it's a 3 sine. It's 3 sine theta square, right?
That's the same thing.
Yep. So I'm gonna integrate this 3 cosine theta d theta all over 9 sine squared theta. And then I'm gonna factor out a 9. So it'll be 3 square root of 1 minus sine squared theta. Is that okay? Is that okay? And then that's equal to 3 cosine theta d theta over 9 sine squared theta 3. If I just do this on the side, cosine squared theta, right? That's equal to sine. Oh, that's equal to, oh sorry, not equal to cosine, the cosine. Cosine theta, so it'll be 3 cosine theta. So what did this thing cancel out perfectly? And take out 1 over 9. 1 over sine squared theta d theta.
Oh, that's what I did. I didn't cancel.
What's the integration of sine squared theta? Well, we don't know, but we do know CSC squared theta d theta is the same trig identity. Would that be 1 over 9 cotangent of theta plus c? Am I done?
Wait. Yeah.
No, I'm not done. The answer should not be in theta. So what can you tell me?
Square root of
Root of 9 minus x squared over
Maybe 1/9.
over x.
Over what?
X. Holy. Now this.
I looked away for 1 second.
This is crazy.
You are expanding your brain power.
This is not.
More like increasing the method.
So it's like. You get like 340.
I wish I could take a picture of you guys. You guys look so funny.
I feel like I've just been awake for like 30 hours.
You gotta do this one on your own.
Not a good day to get zeros.
This is the easy one. This is cake. You got this. This one's like 3 steps.
As opposed to
As opposed of square root 1 plus x squared. That was a very disgusting one. I don't even think I did that one last year, but I just show you that there was parts, there was substitution, there was things.
no, I mean you went through all the possibilities.
Oh, by the way, that's not an AP exam, but it's on my test.
Oh my god. This guy.
It's actually a troll.
I love trolling.
Second year in a row. Is there anything similar in AP?
Huh?
Is there anything similar in AP?
No, but if you
Oh,
Nothing at all?
no, this is one of the things that there was whole test if you're taking college calculus. There was a whole test about 2 of those questions.
So it's just for fun.
Just for funsies.
Is this okay? Is this on
This is our math competition.
okay, so there's something.
That's one more question wrong right there.
But you have to know all the right answer to get a wrong answer, okay? So that means you have to be a super genius as well.
So you have to be a genius to do really bad and a genius to do really well.
Yeah.
And if you're in the middle, you're just stupid.
I think there was this harder probability to get all wrong though.
No. Statistically, if you're guessing because you don't know an answer, you have a better chance. So it's easier by a little bit to get all wrong and all right.
I don't when I guess I get it wrong.
No.
Because if you have
guessing to try to get it wrong,
Just think about
it.
it.
Get it wrong to get it right.
If you're guessing with the intention of not getting
no. The probability is interesting. If you have a chance to get all right? So it's probably go down to last 4 questions on the wire. And those 4 questions, in order to guess right, is just let's just say it's 5 choices, right? And if you just do 1/5 times 1/5 times 1/5 times 1/5, there's 1/625. That's just purely guess, but you're probably able to educate a guess out, right? But if you want to get them all wrong,
You have a. If you're guessing, you have a.
but you understand, Satan's the one that's taking it, so he doesn't know all the right answer. So there was probably 16 question or 20 question he had to guess and make sure he gets it wrong. So that probability is way harder than the other way.
What about,
That's true.
what about
But
the
assuming, like.
But if you have a very smart person,
Yeah.
let's say it's the kids from Buchholz. I don't know if you know Buchholz, but Buchholz is like they score all the top scores.
their guessing is probably right.
Their probability to guess that, so it's relative to the people who's taking it.
Yes. It's still impressive feat nonetheless.
Has anybody ever gotten all of them wrong?
No, that's why I wanted Zayden to break the record.
Nobody's ever tried before. Nobody's that crazy.
Didn't you guys make a bet?
Yes.
You said you paid him $100 or something like that. If you did it.
How do you decide 300?
I would take that bet any day of the week. Yeah, I could break that record.
Trust me.
Easy money.
You want to bet? I'll bet with you $300. I know your parents got money. I'll bet $300 to get them all wrong. Every single one of them. And you don't know any of the answer. That's a difficult task.
Yeah.
That's a tall order. It's a
Dang, so you're telling me you believe in me to not fail?
no,
Yeah, it's percent
no.
on
I'm just telling you that test is very difficult.
to fail?
You never take one before.
You don't
never-
think I can completely fail it? Get 0 wrong?
No, no, get them all wrong.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You don't
No.
think I can do that?
No, that's not. The probability is very slim. The probability is super slim. You had to get it wrong, not just leave it empty. You had to get a wrong answer.
Like, answer every question. How many questions are there?
30,
Choice or all written response?
huh? Multiple choice.
Oh, yeah.
It's not easy. They didn't try.
No, if it's multiple choice, it's hard because even if you guess, you have to know if you're wrong.
Yeah, you underestimate how bad my guessing ability is. Why don't you go tangent? I thought we just said you do anything.
This one's easy. This one's easy. You guys can all do this.
I think it's just that.
Yeah, I'm gonna try it.
You guys.
Matthew, you done?
I won't.
Oh,
See?
so you have to have.
Okay.
Marco's done? Man, Marco's becoming recommendation worthy.
Yeah. Okay. So tangent, you guys, you can find from tape, right?
Okay, yeah.
And then you just want to get this alone, so you can substitute it in. Cosine allows you to do that.
Oh, but
Yeah.
that's what I
Charlie, you done?
swear.
Piece of cake.
It'll be more complicated, like, so you can
No?
sort of this root.
It's not that bad. This one's really easy though.
Kids can be like, it's cake.
It's cake.
It's cake. What are you doing, you dumbass? It's cake.
Yeah.
No, I don't. Dad's about to bet to me $100.
Okay, is this wrong?
It's just secret.
I don't know.
One half. And it's not secret. Because.
How do I get the right answer?
No, yeah, when you, no, I think you
Yulia, you got it?
you'd have a 2 on the bottom. You suffered a sprain by 1 half squared.
Yulia, you got it? Yulia,
Explain to me how mine ended.
I was looking at you.
Using tangent?
I wasn't looking this way. Well, actually, you cannot tell. My eyes, one
I
eye.
can't get them confused with me.
It's tangent minus.
Just like you.
All the Russian and you carry and they have same thing.
I plugged it in.
Like, you know, like theta and beta, don't they rhyme?
Dx is 1/2
Yeah.
Theta.
Secant theta. L tan.
Maya, beta.
Secant theta or something?
I was going about the theta
And
thing.
then I plugged it in, and then I plugged
Don't
it
you
in
hear
for
it?
X.
No.
I plugged
Theta, beta.
Yeah, secant plus cosine.
Hey, are you deaf?
Yes.
You blind.
Sorry,
You're deaf.
Are you finished with the problem yet?
Yeah, I do my Chinese.
Yeah, sorry, 1/2.
Okay, you're not finished yet.
Times 1/2.
Devin, you finish it?
I have 2 tan squared theta plus 1 in
Well, and then.
You should be in terms of X.
So tan theta, so tan.
It's not supposed to be data. If you have answers, data.
solving.
Hurry up.
What do you mean divide what up? Yeah, you divided, so I got rid of it, divided. When you turn everything, you do 1/2.
Okay, I'm gonna give you a definite integral.
LN. You didn't do the integral, you just. No, that's what the original.
If it's something like that.
Okay. Sign. What the hell?
Now remember, the boundary is the X, right? The boundary is the X is 1 to square root 3. Now, if you convert everything to data, you can actually do it in terms of data. Just change the boundary to the data boundary, then just do it in terms of boundary. Then you don't have to convert back to x.
Yippee.
Woohoo! But did you guys get the first one? Yes, Devin?
Just wait.
No.
I need to try and
You guys are doing great.
What did you say about this?
Thank you.
You know how you do something to just change the bounds? Thanks for going back to x, just keep it data and change the bounds.
If you said the x can't be in the denominator, if we do it over a,
When we do it in terms of and then,
I mean, you can convert back to x. I just think extra step. I think somebody did it yesterday. It's fine.
yeah, but when you do like your something of theta equals the u over
I
a,
think you.
you said the x can't be in the denominator.
Yeah.
So is this what you got?
Yeah, we're gonna do it.
Over?
Forgetting.
Where am I forgetting?
So it would be,
So-
If I said x equal to whatever you say, so in the same equal to
Oh,
and
geez.
equal to one.
We kind of
It's changed the balance. It's
Oh,
changed the balance.
I was I don't know what the heck.
What happened in front of the line?
Okay, yeah.
Oh, how nice.
Windows doesn't change the balance.
if we would,
I'm just telling you, at the very beginning, it's really hard to translate those information because so much information is in your head.
That's so true, Mr. And then
Yeah.
math is so stupid. I love math.
It's for a time to read it, so you can do that. I'm just saying.
The answer.
Why do you think the balance is bad? You get it? That's your mind. I don't know.
The answer of this one, I think the square root of 3 minus square root of 2 over 2.
Can you go up again to zero?
Now, AB kids is complaining about how hard to use substitution.
They were complaining? Bro, yes, there's some.
You sound wonderful.
You don't like to use it.
I think I like skipping.
That's coming from me. Like, I'm stupid.
It's simplified it. Kind of. Like,
You guys got an answer?
cosine
I think root 3 minus root 2 over 2, right?
Yes.
Fairly straightforward. They're not like something crazy. You know, you need to know your
Actually, how do you decide what you're gonna teach us?
Okay.
I don't know. I wake up and I say, I'm gonna teach you this.
Let's-
I have a formal observation, and like principal email me and said, yeah, can I have your lesson plan? Like, I have none.
Really?
I never have lesson plan. Throughout my year, I never have a single lesson plan. If I have lesson plans, I just copy and paste other people's lesson plans.
Are you gonna do your observation? Again?
Here, you can grade it. I don't want to.
They want me to do it. I don't really care. She's gonna give me a good score. She don't have problem with me. She never come in my room ever. No, beloved.
I'm reading up on the dark.
She never come in my room. She knows I can do a good job.
Sine root three.
Like test results show. I like that's what I like about her. She don't bother me. She don't micromanage me.
She just knows that
Like, I
you
think
do your job.
The only time she micromanage me is the after school situation.
And then it looks like that.
That-
Bro,
I let students stay over here. But eventually one day I'm gonna get in trouble if I do that.
I mean, I get where she's coming from.
No, it's just like if somebody like I don't know, if somebody like will have fight or I don't know, have sex in the bathroom or whatever, it'll be my fault.
You need to change.
Huh?
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying that let students stay after school.
Kelly heard one thing.
I literally heard one thing and that's it.
No, yeah, it's like I said, I think assistant principal they have a right to tell me to do that because what if those things happen? Yeah, if those things happen. I mean, but you don't know. Some kid will do some stupid shit.
That's true.
But not you guys. Not you guys are pretty legit. But there are some people I don't know. But there are some people like they come to my room. I don't even know who the hell are
I
they.
have never do that again, please.
Oh, Anthony.
Like,
Anthony. Anthony.
He's locking into something.
What are you playing? What game is he playing?
Anthony. I thought you had a test.
What is he doing?
But if I, let's say if I were to change it back to X.
You'll be fine too.
you said you changed it back.
I
Okay,
changed it.
man.
I changed it back to X.
I know, but do I have to?
I kept it at X.
Before, after.
Well, it doesn't matter, because you're just.
Yeah,
you're
I
not-
didn't
the
put my
bounce
brother.
change sec, you change from theta from X to theta.
So.
So the top balance ends up being
Who's your senior?
pi over 3 and the bottom is pi over 4. And then you put those in sin theta.
One more.
You get, you find brother
That's one.
You can deal with the balance later, but you have to. Plug it back in to find.
This one it should be. I don't remember the answer, but I think this. It's over 2 over 4. I think it's over 2, right?
It is over 2.
Switch about just plug in the tangent part.
Oh, no, I
Tangent of x equal to root 3.
Oh, tangent of X.
So that would be
X over that.
x over 1 plus x.
What do you mean equals to what?
Or
Root
over
three?
1 plus
You've got the answer.
I've made some.
Yeah, yeah, we got that.
How did you get that?
I don't know. I covered it down there.
Bro.
Yeah. So,
I explained. I actually did.
okay, so that's one of, no, but this is, so working with
Oh,
the
yeah,
integral,
that's-
you take the integral and you actually get sine theta.
Wait, this next one? This next one.
You get sine theta, but it's a definite integral, right? So you need to figure out the balance. Now,
So the reason the balance changed, so.
here, this is where like x changes.
Devin, you need help? You need help?
So in order to solve the theta, when you theta is going to be
Oh, you can get rid of that.
Marcos, you finish?
so you can plug it out.
If you finish, can you help out, Devin?
Find what it would be theta.
Norman, you need help? Who need help? Raise your hand. I'll send somebody to help you.
Yeah. Anyway. So
You guys jumped
this, it's arctan square root of 3.
Kelly, you want to help out Devin a bit?
It's
thought you asked us.
pi over 3.
Okay.
Arctan of 1.
Marco's like kind of locked in.
Am I not too?
So
Okay, I'm sorry.
theta.
When you finish, can you guys help him? Whoever finishes first.
Yeah, but what do you do?
Should I give you the answer or no?
No.
Let's look.
Okay, Devin, I'm gonna help you.
Now what?
You are secant square. Square root secant square.
What is? Once cosine theta equals root here. One second.
When did you eat that?
Was I right?
I think when you get that, yeah, 0 to 5, 0 to 6. Hey, 0 to 5, 0 to 5. What's up?
That's me. So
0 to 5. What's wrong with you?
So yeah, this is secant.
Okay, I was making
Secant
shit,
is
bro.
cubed. So it'll be 1 over secant.
So
I was having a revelation.
Oh, cosine.
Was I right?
Just miss
yeah,
it.
Oh, I was?
Right in.
thank you.
You got organized your right.
I didn't even know what it was.
Secant squared.
Yeah.
Mr. What if you reach this point? Can you use any trig here, whichever one you want, to plug in to find d theta? So here I can use secant of d theta. Because I variable.
I think you're supposed to use secant.
Okay. So I can pick whatever.
No, because secant, that's what you. No, you're supposed to use. You're right.
Are you sure? It's like from the beginning.
Because this is x squared minus 3, not 3 minus x squared.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
X. Think about what is your x, right?
Yeah.
So what tangent and theta equals? No, I'm not. What?
Right.
Pi over what?
Uh-huh.
Pi over 3, pi over 4, or pi over 2, or
What? Yeah, that's the answer.
pi over 3 is good.
No, I just got a 0. That's my answer.
Mr. What's the answer?
1 over.
Mr.
It's 1 minus
Oh my
square root of 3 pi over 6.
Oh, no, you just told me about it.
How about we? How do you find that? Wait, Mer, how do you find about the faculty?
Mr. Did you see that clause?
1 minus root 3 pi over 6. Root 3 times pi over 6. And the integral part is gonna be, you're gonna end up to be integrate secant square of x. Or you're gonna end up integrate square root of tangent square theta, d theta. And that you should convert to secant, so it'd be secant square theta minus 1. And now it end up to be tangent theta minus theta.
Good job.
I looked at my wrong triangle.
Oh.
Yes. Oh, I do that.
Okay, I'm a little bit.
You don't see me doing it?
Julie, I think you did it. No, I think you You could go on that. Dude, you didn't do shit. What's wrong with you? Julie, you didn't. Breaking rules. You get it? I got it on my list.
Oh, we got it.
Julia, are you okay?
Right.
The first one for this one on the top,
No,
root 3 minus root 2 over 2.
He can cube over tangent theta.
Root 3 minus root 2 over 2. Yeah, minus root 2 over 2. Yeah, that's right. No, root 3 minus root 2 over 2. Oh, I'm sorry. It should be parenthesis root 3 minus root 2.
Whoa. So all this is wrong.
No, it's not wrong.
What did you use?
No, I mean, I'm not even finishing it. I'm using secant. I'm using secant. So, down here.
Okay, I'll do it.
Secant data. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Oh, plus.
You're doing wait, bro.
Isn't done yet.
Oh, it's secant, it's x squared minus or another plus 3. Oops. That's fine, doing it.
You got, it's actually, that's right.
Squared.
I need to
Break it up. Break it up.
Secant squared data of minus 1.
I hate using literally.
Like, what are you?
I do rage.
There's like multiple ways to do it.
Just
Yeah. You could also split it to like sine over cosine.
Hungry.
Bro, you want chips?
You have chips?
Chips?
Yes.
Oh.
Hey there.
And then have to go back and figure out the way.
Wait, you leave
I got 1 minus
You
root
leave
3.
4 minutes?
swag. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I'm not doing it.
There's no natural log.
I'm officially 160.
Let's go. Alright.
You got that? Right. Now.
Because you're working with like a 5.
I'm not even.
I don't know.
Yes. Yes.
I'm not gonna work yet.
No, I don't know.
I'm gonna get the bound.
I don't think there's you can't put a
Yeah.
so you can kind of do it. I don't understand.
No,
You can't.
just use.
Right now I'm trying to get,
Here's why.
I'm gonna do the arcade box.
Because you want to do arcade.
Yeah, because.
Oh,
you
that's right.
think it should go in.
Yeah.
You should go.
Yeah,
I gotta get answer you question in 2 minutes.
No, you already gave up after 2 minutes on your phone.
VX.
Doing something.
Oh, you say you'll cancel out something, right?
The sign would eventually cancel
No,
out.
that whatever you cancel this term. Out of-
No. I would think it's I'm supposed to.
Told you.
Oh, yeah, you put the X there and.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah, you do. Okay, you do.
Still making.
Fine. You can't.
That's where I messed up. Okay.
Oh, that is. Yeah, so you can't come with it.
You did 10 and square root.
Yeah, that's what I do. I just Billy called me wrong and then.
Alright.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Five or six, but that's not.
Oh, I see now.
I think that gets it.
Yeah, he. I'll soon as you finish school with 2 hours of math and
What's
teaching, you know? And I'm actually gonna lose my mind.
For the last one.
Which trick?
Well, yeah.
So I remember for me, like it's kind of hard for me to reason it out. I can, but it takes me longer to think about it. So for me, I remember 1 plus, like, it's something square plus something square is always 10. That's easy, right?
But it's not plus.
Yeah, it's minus. So minus has to be sine of secant. But depending on what, if it's a constant first, so something minus something like 5 minus x squared, I will use arc sine because that looks like a derivative of arc sine. Then the other one is x squared minus 3, then I will use arc secant. I will use secant. So I remember for example arc sine, R10, the root of that.
Say that we can then I need to
Figure out what's u over a. What is u over a? Secant theta is what? Hypotenuse over adjacent.
know this is x. This is square.
Have the trigger.
Hi, how are you? Hang in there. Marco's brain's hurting.
Yeah, the last 10 minutes took it too far. I'll solve this question at home.
Ah, you got it.
Maybe.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
No, for me, like I remember derivative 10 inverse something plus something. So I just use 10. That was easy. But the sine, I also remember that is arc sine is 1 over square root 1 minus x. So if you have a constant minus something squared, or variable squared, now use arc sine. Let's rearrange that, so that way you don't have major issue.
It saves so much time.
Yeah, but you had to give me back.
Yeah, like, let's see. So guys, I wanted to ask you if maybe that I can. Maybe I can just stay in some of your classes. Because I don't need to know my classes. I'd like to switch on for the second semester.
Physics?
No, I don't have physics. I did the grading, but I don't know it. I have Spanish and like preparing for SAT. But
That's like you got it. It's easy.
I don't want to do. I don't want to stay in class because I need to do
You can stay in my class, but I don't think they will allow you.
Yeah, maybe like could I talk to my counselor and see hold on, I'm gonna do this question. If it's 7, I know there's 7.
Karate will probably do it.
7.
That's why they always stay in
So I
my
can
class.
listen that one more time.
That I already recorded.
No, like I mean that I'll have to periods, and if I can stay in your class,
Yeah, I don't know. You had to tell the guidance. I'm okay with it. I don't care who stay in my class. Never. I have a lot of people.
What is your 5th period, Mr.
it's completely different.
AV? Something similar. My friend is kind of useless.
Because I don't want to be Spanish. She makes me work It makes me do this to that's cool spirit. I can't even do plan. I can't even like open my computer with my
Who the heck is you, Nick Napton? Who are you?
No.
You guy's an idiot.
That's when I drive my
Bandwidth 1